Pacers Bojan Bogdanovic has Reggie Miller moment in stunning Game 3 win over Cavs. Indianapolis. Bojan Bogdanovic was shooting it from 26 feet, then 28 feet, then 30. He was shooting with nobody near him and with J.R. Smith all over him and even with Kyle Korver crashing into him. He was shooting shots and quietly running back down the court, and then he was shooting shots and roaring in triumph, a postseason shooting display we've seen once before around here, from a guy everyone calls Reggie. And on Friday night in Game 3 against the Cleveland Cavaliers, Indiana Pacers forward Bojan Bogdanovic was doing what Reggie Miller did back in that 1995 miracle against the New York Knicks. He was making every damn one of them. Bogdanovic scored 15 of his game-high 30 points in a 6.5-minute stretch of the fourth quarter, turning this game around in the 2018 NBA playoffs on its head, leading the Pacers to a stunning 92-90 victory, giving them a 2-1 series edge and putting them halfway toward eliminating LeBron James in the first round of the NBA playoffs. Before we say another word about Bogdanovic, and I've got so much more to say about that guy, let's give some credit way up high in this story to Thaddeus Young, who was obliterated in Game 2 by LeBron James' 16-point onslaught to open the game, but rallied in Game 3. Bogdanovic broke this game wide open, but it was Young who made his heroics possible with back-to-back defensive stands against LeBron. The first one happened with 6:18 to play and the score tied at 77 and LeBron at midcourt with the ball, isolated with Young after a switch, looking at Young the way a lion might look at an antelope. But what's this? The antelope is attacking the lion, Young coming to midcourt to meet LeBron, moving his feet and clawing at the ball and joined for a moment by Bogdanovic himself. At one point LeBron looked to the referee for help, but he was on his own, and 2 days after destroying Young in Game 3, LeBron found himself surrounded by one man, backed up by Young to the half-court stripe and trying not to fall over it and losing his balance and being called for traveling. LeBron was still gesturing angrily at the referee when Pacers guard Victor Oladipo attacked the rim, saw Bogdanovic on the right wing and threw him the ball. Bogey catches it and rises and Cavs guard Kyle Korver is closing out on him but a little late, inches short, and the ball is floating toward the rim, which it won't touch on its way down, as Korver is banging into him. 4-point play. 4-point lead, the Pacers' biggest to date. More NBA, but it was about to get bigger. Because Thad Young was about to make another defensive play on LeBron, and on George Hill, and on the whole Cleveland defense. That's how good Young's defense was on the next Cavs possession, which began with LeBron sizing up Young, still the lion, still unimpressed with the antelope, and now the lion is charging and Young is moving his feet and staying in front of LeBron, all the way into the lane, where the lion realizes he can't shake this antelope and so LeBron passes to George Hill. And Thaddeus Young. He just keeps moving his feet, coasting over to Hill on the baseline, harassing him now, forcing Hill to pass the ball and then just taking it from him. 5 seconds later, Bogdanovic is alone in the corner for a three-pointer that is pure, giving the Pacers an 84-77 lead. That was amazing, is how Pacers point guard Darren Collison was describing Bogdanovic's fourth-quarter explosion. He's a great shooter. Bogdanovic wasn't done, of course. Have I described 15 points? I have not. Earlier he'd hit a wide-open three-pointer, getting lost behind a Domantas Sabonis screen to draw the Pacers within 75-73. That was the closest they'd been to Cleveland since the first quarter, with the Pacers playing a mostly desultory offensive game and the Cavaliers building their lead to 57-40 at halftime and playing with a 10-point margin throughout the third quarter. But then Bogdanovic happened, and kept happening, and happened for the final time with 2:26 left. Bogey already had scored 12 points in about 6 minutes, but clearly it was time for a heat check. So he fired from 31 feet and made the damn thing and the crowd is going nuts in a happy way, in stark contrast to the fury with which it booed the referees off the court at halftime.